You know what? I didn't just walk out of that church. At first, I was hurt by the fact that why didn't the church warn me, since it has prophets, ne? Why wasn't I warned that this person is a ritualist? Why didn't they tell me that this person is going to destroy my life? I was angry at that fact. Then I stopped going to church because I felt like the rituals he was performing with his mountains, rivers, and graves, ne, was aligning with what ZCC is involved with. You understand? Because I knew in that church we were performing rituals, like they would give you prescriptions and all that you have to go and perform. You understand? So I felt like the kingdom he was in worked together with ZCC. That's the reason why I left. But it was not easy. At first, I left because of anger, and I remember I went to this other born-again church. When I got there, they prayed for me. My legs started burning. When my legs started burning, and after that, when I went back home, the very same man called me swearing, being angry at me, that I'm removing his things. And I was like, why didn't they tell me this at ZCC? Why didn't they expose this man? Then I started feeling like, okay, so it means when I go to deliverance churches, it means I'm disturbing all these creatures, spiritual creatures that this man makes me walk with. Then I started going to those churches. I started focusing on my spiritual life. I started getting more exposure about Satanism and cults and all that. Then that's when I realized that no, man, there's something that was not of Jesus Christ in ZCC. I found out that they are dealing with a certain spiritual kingdom and they have their own God. And I'm not saying what they're doing is wrong. I'm not saying what they're doing is evil. It is just from a different kingdom, from the kingdom of Jesus Christ. It is just a different kingdom. And it works for other people because it's a kingdom on its own. Remember, according to my own knowledge, in heaven or in the spiritual realm, there are different compartments. There are different kingdoms where different churches are in. You understand? If you go to Jesus Christ, there's a kingdom of Jesus Christ. If you go to ZCC, there's a kingdom of ZCC. If you believe in Sangomas, there's a kingdom for Sangomas. If you go to Lutheran churches, there's a kingdom for that. And there's a God for that. You understand? That's the exposure that I got. And I understand that these kingdoms don't intertwine. They don't work together. Because there was no way the kingdom of ZCC did not expose the kingdom that my baby daddy is in. It means these two kingdoms worked together. You understand? They understood each other spiritually as a spiritualist church and as a spiritualist person. You understand? So from that point, I learned that the kingdom of Jesus Christ is different. But it's unfortunate some churches, born-again churches, are able to use rituals in born-again churches. So you need to pick very carefully when you pick a church. You need to check the spirit behind that church. You need to be very careful of what that church, even if it's a born-again church, you need to pray for the spirit of discernment, so that you are able to see that, no, here there's a spirit that this born again church is using to function. So I know that my baby daddy's kingdom, current kingdom, is not, yes, it uses Jesus Christ, but in a different way. And when I go to other pastors, he gets angry at me. When I go to other deliverance churches, he gets angry at me. He acts up. Then that's when I started knowing that he's not in the same kingdom as other born-again churches.